Hi there, Leonardo da Vinci. This is the Atheist Chef. I am a former Christian, about 15 years or so, and I am now an atheist. I saw your videos, and I felt like I should, reply. Again, not an attack or anything, but you seem young, and it seems like you're making a lot of the same critical mistakes a lot of people that don't fully know the proper arguments are making. So I want to address these one by one. I encourage a reply back. You can message me back or anything, but here we go.
Why atheism is stupid. In this video, I'm not saying that all the atheists are stupid. It's just most of them, especially the ones who believe in cosmic evolution and Charles Darwin theory of evolution.
The reason why we believe in cosmic evolution and the theory of evolution is because it's the theory that has the most evidence that supports it. We have tons of fields of different sciences that when you put them all together, they all verify each other between studying the DNA and studying the paleontology, finding the fossils and finding the fossil records, and geology, where the geological strata shows the history of how the dinosaurs and all these creatures of the past came about. There's so many of these fields that verify each other, and they run through just strict tests and verifications that have to be done over and over and over and over again. And every time that something comes into question, evolution has proven correct. They have changed some theories, very minor aspects to it, but the very idea that things evolve and things change over time, it's just proven to be correct so far. If something else comes along, we'll be willing to change it. But so far, cosmic evolution and evolution theory have just been the best thing so far.
First, let's look at the meaning of the word theory. A supposition of a system of ideas intended to explain something. So this basically means that theory is not a proven fact.
Now, I'm going to stop you right there. And this is one of the very common mistakes that theists make. The definition for theory that you are using is not the same theory as the scientific theory. A scientific theory, you can actually look this up on Google or you can wiki it. It is the well-substantiated explanation of some aspect of the natural world based on knowledge that has been repeatedly confirmed through observation and experimentation. The type of theory that you're alluding to there, Leonardo, is more along the lines of a guess. The scientific theory is much, much different. Basically, it starts off as an hypothesis of somebody noticing something and they're observing it. They observe something. They say, hey, throw up this ball in the air. The ball comes down. Why the heck is it coming down? I don't know. Let's keep trying it out and see what happens. They keep throwing it up and the ball keeps coming down. They keep doing it over and over. And then they say, something seems to be drawing everything down to the ground. Let's figure out what's actually making it go to the ground. And so they start testing all kinds of ways. And eventually, we have things like the theory of gravity. Now, we should note that a theory is the highest order that a scientific hypothesis would just have a wet dream about becoming. We have the theory of gravity, the germ theory, the theory of heliocentricity, that we actually go around the sun. Theories are good. Now let's talk about facts real quick. A fact is something that has really occurred or something that is the case. We can test to see if a fact actually really has happened or is true because it has verifiability. We can perform experiments and prove what has happened. For example, if we see a bench on the side of the road and it says wet paint, and you go, oh man, I don't know, is that bench actually wet? I don't know, let's touch it. And then you touch it, and then you get paint on your finger, and you go, yep, it's a fact that that paint is not dry yet. That is a fact. It is a fact of something that is provable and verifiable with empirical evidence. And by empirical evidence, we mean things that we can sense with our sight, with our smell, with our touch, with our hearing, with our taste. We can verify those things. That is a fact.
Okay, I will gonna state the following reasons why atheism is stupid. If an atheist person believe in the theory of evolution, then the person becomes an evolutionist. If an atheist believe that human came from a rock, then it's just stupid.
I feel like I need to stress the difference between evolution and abiogenesis. Evolution is the process and change of a species over time. So when you have a parent that has certain characteristics or traits and it survives, it passes on its traits to the next generation, and so on and so forth. And sometimes those things change by environmental factors and things like that. That is evolution. A great example of evolution is, well, I'm from Louisiana, and we have mosquitoes. Suck your blood like little freaking little, yeah, really annoying. But every few months to every year, they have to change the people that go around and spraying the chemicals that actually kills the mosquitoes so we don't go crazy. They have to change the formula every once in a while because the species, the mosquitoes, they actually adapt to getting sprayed. Their offspring survive because the mosquitoes have a very short life. And so their offspring build up an immunity to it. Especially when they actually take some of your blood, they actually build up a lot of resistances inside their body. And so it changes all the time. So they have to keep making the formula stronger or different in a certain way. That is evolution. Now let's talk about abiogenesis. Basically, abiogenesis says that there can be living matter that can come from non-living matter through the means of organic compounds. An organic compound has carbon inside of it. The universe is primarily made up of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and some other gases, and they basically, you find them in all of the stars, and helium too, and all the stars throughout all the universe. So basically, to get to the long and short of it, there's basically amino acids that are the building blocks for life, and they've actually set up an environment that would be similar to what they assume that Earth would be, and have been able to actually create life inside this environment that they've shown that this is most likely what Earth was at the time. So it's not actually stupid. It actually has a lot of science behind it. But people like Ken Hovind are going to pass it off as stupid, like, oh, you just got it from a rock. Well, that's not what science is saying at all. I also want to finally note that abiogenesis is life coming from non-life. Your Bible tells you that God created Adam from dust. Do you see the parallel yet?
If an atheist believed that humans evolved from monkeys,
the whole idea that man came from monkey is not the same thing as what evolution is trying to tell you. Evolution is saying that we have a common ancestor with those monkeys. We have an ape-like ancestor. They are our cousins. The question that gets said the most is, if we evolved from monkeys, then why do we still have monkeys? Well, that's the same as saying, if we know that dogs come from wolves, why are there still wolves? It's because it's their ancestors. Well, that's about it. You kind of went on to restate the same idea about the organic matter coming from non-organic matter and that it was stupid, and then it showed a clip from Kent Hovind about the rock thing. But hopefully I've covered that now. You seem that you may want to learn these things. I don't know. I don't know if you were just been indoctrinated kind of thing, or if you just going by what you've heard. But I highly, highly, highly implore you to actually go look into what the science textbooks and websites are actually saying. Google is so amazing about what it has to teach you and what it can let you know. And I highly implore you actually look up into the counter arguments to what creationists are saying, because you're going to understand and see the difference. There's a lot of they're kind of intentionally misleading you. Like you said, with Kent Hovind trying to tell you that that we came from rocks. That's not what science says at all. People lie. People are out there to trick you. What's most important is that you go out and check this information for yourself. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but Kent Hovind is in jail right now until 2015 for tax fraud and tax evasion. And he's also actually not a doctor. He got his education, or his degree, from an unaccredited school that just literally, it's a little trailer of a place that actually just hands out diplomas for money. And you can find this up yourself. I implore you, go to Wikipedia, look up Kent Hovind. This is all true. So, like I said, look these things up yourself. Find out for yourself. There's truths out there that you need to know about that creationists are hiding from you. So respond if you want to. I hope this helped you. If you have any other questions, please respond back. Make videos back. Do whatever you want to do. Thanks a lot. Peace.